Hi, we are here to talk about our Christmas Spirit Club for 2022, and this is the January version. We are going to be looking at a disappearing nine patch project, and it uses all kinds of little scraps, so you don't have to have a lot of new paper to do this. Um, so let me get started. The first card I'm going to show you is a Christmas card, of course. So let me just put this down here. And it is a standard card base. Um, and we did the nine patch here, and actually I just used the nine patches, the nine 1 by 1 squares, and you'll notice that it isn't even Christmas paper at all, but can you see it says Dear Santa in the letter? And the letter is from the die set that goes with Sweet Conversations. It's called Sweetheart Dies, and it looks like this. And this makes that cute envelope. And I used a ton of them on my projects. But anyway, it says Dear Santa, and then I stamped Merry Everything on the outside. I bumped up the square that we're going to talk about a little bit, and then in a little bit. And in the inside, I printed the Merry Everything, and I glued a heart from that die set again, and a piece of DSP. So simple card. And then for the envelope, I didn't use any DSP at all. I just used the stamps from the Sweet Conversations. So makes a Christmas card. So there's my Christmas card for our Christmas spirit. And then here's a card that could be a Valentine card, and it says Yay for Love. This time I cut that patch apart, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. And I added Yay for Love, and that is from the Happy and Heartfelt set. They have some great sentiments in here, so if you just want a bunch of sentiments, I would recommend that set. And the inside, I just used those dies again. And on the outside, I use the dies and the stamp. This stamp is also in that Sweet Conversations, and I did something on the front too. So I didn't go crazy with the DSP this time. I was very frugal, and again, you can use pieces that you have left over from things. This is the paper that matches the Sweet Conversations, and I just hand cut the Valentines, the hearts, but you can do the same thing with other things. And if you don't have these envelopes, you can get stickers, puffy stickers. You can stamp your own images and cut them out and apply them any way you want. Anyway, this card is, the card base is just a TP fold, so it starts at the top. And I did an extra mat over here, which is the 4 by 5 1/4, and then this one is 3 3/4 by 5. That's the red, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but I embossed this red, so you don't have to, but it makes it look cute. I added a piece of ribbon and one of the old labels from Paper Pumpkin. Again, I used the I Love You from the Happy and Heartfelt set, and I used the Disappearing Nine patch here. So, and the envelope is just simple with the hearts again. The last card I'm going to show you is actually that same TP fold, but I am opening it on the side. So it makes it a long, a horizontal kind of card. And I stamped that Happy to Have You in My Life from the Sweet Conversations. I did one of the smaller patches here that I'm going to show you how to do, And then I added my own note, which says, "You are awesome," right here. I just wrote it, hand wrote it, and glued it inside the envelope. And then this is the medium daisy punch, which I love and have used on quite a bit of projects. And then added my own bling. And this is the new bow punch that is out that I really like, and I added that as well. There's a little, the tag, I just made up my own tag, cut it on the corners and added a little hole, put some ribbon in it, and then on the inside I glued 2 more of the medium daisies and a bow and a piece of the DSP. And for the outside of the card, hearts, of course, red hearts. And I used real red on that. Real red, and the pink is Flirty Flamingo. I want to talk to you about how to make the, so those are our cards that we're going to make on the 24th. And I will be sending you directions for that, as well as the Zoom link. But let me show you how to make your little 9 patches. So this is what they look like when they're all glued together. You need 9 1 by 1 inch squares. And I have directed you to go ahead and cut a piece of paper that is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. It's a little bit short, but it's okay. It just needs to hold them all together. So this can be a piece of scrap, even a piece of regular white paper if you wanted to, like copy paper. But then I want you to cut these or score them at 1 3/8 and 1 3/8. And the reason why I'm suggesting that is then you've got a center, and that's where you're going to glue that first piece. And then what I do from there is I glue that piece on, and then I glue the one above it and below it, and then the one to the side, and then I slip in the corners. So glue this one in the center first, finding the center and just doing your best to eyeball it. Glue the top one and the bottom, then the left and the right side, and then the 4 corners. Then you'll notice that they're not quite even on all of them because I probably didn't cut them exactly 1 by 1. And so then you just want to trim those off very close to the edge. Then I am suggesting that you cut some squares that are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And I've just cut all different colors of 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 because these pieces are going to go on here when you're done, and you can use them this way, you can use them on a diagonal, you can use them this way. But so this is just the regular 9 patch. You do nothing to it, and I created this card, the Christmas card, with that 9 patch, not cutting it at all. Then the second thing that we can do is we can actually cut that patch in half, and you're going to cut it right in half this way. So let me do that with my trimmer right here. And it is, so it's 3 inches, or really close to 3 inches, so it's going to be like 1.5 inches. So you're going to have then 2 pieces like that, and then you're going to turn it this way and cut it at 1.5 inches again. So line them up and cut them at 1.5 inches. And then you have 4 pieces. Let's see if I can hold this the right way. You have 4 pieces that make up your pattern. Let me lay them down and then put this down here so you can see it. Okay, so now you've got them like this, and then what you're going to do is you're going to move them around. So you're going to go like this, and you're going to go maybe like this, so that none of the patches, none of the colors are the same anymore right next to each other. And you have these little tiny pieces, and you have skinny and bigger. And anyway, you've got a disappearing 9 patch now. So now that those original 9 don't look like they used to. They have disappeared. And so what you're going to do is you're going to glue those onto your 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inch piece. And depending on what color you choose underneath, you're going to evoke a different kind of look. And so once they are all I'm just laying them out instead of gluing them because it's hard to do it on this, but here you go. So now this is the one I used to make these 2 cards. So it has the little tiny squares and the bigger squares and the rectangles. It looks super cute as a background. Then there's one more way I'm going to suggest that you cut your 9 patch, and that is to cut it diagonally. So you're going to get actually 2 smaller pieces from it. So take your original and you're going to go from the top right to the bottom left, top left to the bottom right, and you're going to cut them so they look like rectangles, okay? And then you're going to flip it, and you're going to do exactly the same thing, corner to corner, making sure they are butted up to each other the right way, okay? And you're just going to go like that. So then what you've got is you've got 4 pieces, and 2 of them you can put together and make a square that is a smaller square. And they are about 2 1/4 inches each, so you can make a 2 1/2 inch border and glue them on, and that's what this card is. That has that 9 patch over there. Oh, I have this turned around. Okay, so the 9 patches underneath now here. So you make these, and then you cut like 2 1/2 inch rectangles and glue, or squares, and glue them right on. So that is our disappearing 9 patch, and I look forward to playing with you on January 24th.